topic I have chosen for my presentation is speeches. I believe speeches are a great way to communicate information, which is why I believe everyone should give at least one speech once in their life. Speeches are good for many reasons. They allow mass communication, they teach self-confidence, and they are a great learning experience. This chart next to me covers the 3 topics that I will be talking about and the information relating to each topic. Let's start with communication. Relaying information. We all have or will at some point in our life give a speech. We do this to relay some sort of information we have to a large audience. Giving information to a lot of people at once is best done by a speech. Most of us have heard speeches from many different people. Most recently, we have heard from President Obama. Speeches are the way the president uses to communicate information about our country to us. Now granted, not all of us are going to be president and giving speeches to millions of people at once, but we will, however, most likely give some type of speech to an audience at one point in our lives or another. Information that we have researched and worked hard to get will be shared with an audience of knowledge seekers. No one knows for sure how many speeches are given each year, but one thing is certain. All the speeches given were done so that important information could be given on a mass scale. Techniques needed to give a good speech. Knowing your audience, hand and body language, and visual aid use. Knowing the type of audience you are going to be speaking to will help you tailor your information for them. People uneducated with what you're talking about will need to have the information explained to them very clearly. Using hand gestures and body language will also help to keep the audience focused on you and what you are saying. Also, repeat your information. The article, Public Speaking Masters, 4 Things We Can Learn from Winston Churchill, says, your audience won't remember something you say only once. You must say it again and again, drive it home. Finally, a nice visual aid will help keep your audience tuned to what you're speaking about. Self-confidence. Confidence in writing, having a well-written speech will not only help you to relate your information clearly, but will also help the audience understand what you're trying to tell them. In the article, How to Give a Great Speech, it says, organize your material in a clear, orderly, and focused manner. Take one point at a time, focus on it, and complete the thought before moving to the next point. Having confidence in your writing will give you more self-confidence when speaking. The more self-confidence you have, the better your speech is going to be. Practice makes perfect. Being able to give your speech without constantly looking down at your notes requires you to practice giving your speech a lot. This is not to say you will not reference your notes at all. This is not true. Everyone references the material at least once during their speech. The idea is not to do it so often that it becomes a distraction to the audience. Once distracted, it will be hard for the audience to get refocused. Becoming a better speaker. Having self-confidence will help you to become a better public speaker. You may be saying, I'm not planning on getting into a field that requires me to do public speaking. This is true. Not all jobs require it. There will, however, come a time when you may be asked to relay information to some sort of audience. If you do this, you do not want to be stuttering and forgetting your words. You'll want to get up and relay the information so that everyone has a clear understanding of the information you're trying to give them. Self-confidence will help you to achieve this goal. A learning experience. Knowledge gain. Speeches are a great learning experience. By giving a speech, we gain the knowledge of speaking in public. We learn how to tailor our information for a specific audience. We also learn what type of hand gestures and visual aids help to relay our information. And we learn how to overcome our fears and nervousness. The article, Public Speaking Skills Create Winners, says, learning to present yourself will allow you to learn to appreciate life in general so that you can be happy with the overall profession. This is a valuable lesson that we can take with us through life and through our careers. The good and the bad. When giving a speech, it is important to remember that all speeches are going to have good points and bad points. We do not write our speeches with intentional bad points, they just happen. It could be a missed word or a slip on the stage. It could be a bad hand gesture or a visual aid falling, or even the inability to answer the audience's questions. It is okay to have these as long as we learn from them. The good points can be a well-organized speech that the audience relates to, a well-designed visual aid that keeps the audience on track, or even a great question that you have a great answer for. Something new. Gaining the knowledge that even if only done once, a speech is a valuable lesson for life. We all learn from new experiences in our lives. Giving a speech is no different. It is an experience that we give, whether it is a good one or a bad one. We may find that we love giving speeches, or we may find that we hate them and never want to do them again. In any case, it is a new experience that we will keep with us for the rest of our lives. So in conclusion, as you can see, there are some very good reasons why everyone should give at least one speech in their lives. There are many lessons to be learned and taught and new experiences to be had. So in summary, being able to communicate your information well, having confidence in your work and yourself, and the learning experience you gain by giving a speech are all valuable lessons that you can take with you in your life. Now we'll take questions from the audience.
What techniques have you learned to help calm your nerves as you give a speech?
I use hand gestures and body language to help relieve some of my nervous energy. I also found that concentrating on how fast I talk helps me to not feel so nervous.
Would you ever give a speech to 100+ people?
Yes, I think giving a speech to a large audience allows for there to be many questions asked and answered, which helps to you for future speech writing.
Will the skills you have learned from taking this class help you in your chosen profession?
Yes, I am going to school to be an elementary teacher, and in doing so I will be up in front of many people all the time relaying information. And this class has shown me how to organize and outline my material so that I can do it in a nice fashion. Thank you.